Hey, it's DIY Doran here with another Harbor Freight coupon rundown and mini review. This is the early Black Friday coupons, Monday, October 30th through Sunday, November 12th. So I have noticed that Harbor Freight, instead of doing weekly coupons, which I really enjoyed, looking late night on Sunday or early on Sunday, Monday morning when I woke up, check out the new coupons for the week. But now they're doing them for 2 weeks. It seems like the last several ones have been that. So here we go. Start with the air tools and compressors. Here we got some Merlin couplers. Don't know anything about these. Merlin's their premium brand for air tools, or like at least like the line and accessories and fittings. Here's a Central Pneumatic 18 gauge 2-in-1 air nailer slash stapler. 19 bucks. This thing's pretty sweet. 20 bucks. That's a good deal. 2-in-1 there. I wish I would have gotten that instead of buying a separate nailer and stapler. They do also have, if you want it, they do also have for $90, Bauer has cordless 20-volt staplers, and then also a brad nailer 18 gauge. I have the 18 gauge brad nailer, and it is freaking awesome. It's not as fast as an air tool as far as just bang, 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 firing out, but it's quick, and then also just being cordless is awesome. It's way quicker to just do a few things. At least for me, I have to plug in, or I have to turn on my air compressor, let it get up there, unroll the hose, get my air gun out. With the cordless one, I can just grab it and go. All right, here's a budget 1/2-inch air impact, 35 bucks. That's pretty cheap, but again, it's the same thing. Like, I guess the air tools are much cheaper than cordless tools. Once you have a compressor, so if you already have that, and if you have a good setup where you have air lines everywhere, or good reels, or easy access to air lines, and maybe if your compressor is always on, then, you know, air impact, other air tools, not that big of a deal. The additional setup time, you do need to oil them like every time you use them, so there is that. But you can acquire tools for cheaper, like air hammers are like 20 bucks. Here's a nice 3-in-1 air nailer. It's only $10 off though. This is something I do want to get, but not at only $10 off. Here is a little hot dog air compressor, only 20 bucks off. McGraw's their lower end. Fortress is their higher end here. So this is a nice one. This is an ultra quiet. Only 20 bucks off though, so not a huge deal. But they don't take too much off of their compressors as it is. So this one is pretty nice. I do have the 8-gallon ultra quiet, and it is ultra quiet. It's the hot dog style Fortress one. Then here's a bigger 4-gallon. This is the high performance one. So I don't know if this one has a brushless motor. I do know that the ultra quiet one does. So yeah, I don't know exactly. Here's a big home one, 50 bucks off. These trim and molding tool, here we are into automotive now. These trim and molding tool sets are nice. I think I got mine at, yeah, something like this, $4.99. That's a good deal. I think that's about as cheap as you're going to see it. Maybe there was a 50 or 60 on one of the other ones, maybe the yellow one. I think I have all the Harbor Freight ones, and they're just fine. Although on Amazon, you know, you can get a larger set that's kind of just going to have everything you need. I'll link to the one that I have. It's pretty cool. It's gotten me by. But then I also just bought the Harbor Freight ones just to see how good they were and do a review on them. I haven't reviewed them yet, but I will. So check out my channel if you want to see that. Basically everything I buy here, if I mention that I bought it, I probably have a review for it, or I'm making a review. So if there's something I don't have a review for, comment down below. Automotive fastener kit. Okay, this thing's nice. I got it at 33% off. Same deal. If you're working on cars, you're going to break these little plastic clips. So this is a good deal. That's the best price you're going to find on it, at least in my experience. Here's a code reader. I have I don't know how functional this is. I have a one that connects via Bluetooth to my phone. I'll link it down below. I actually have a couple different ones, but a cheaper one and a more expensive one. I can link them both. One's called Blue Driver, and then the other one is like a basic, more of an open source type one. And that one's great. I'm able to do some more advanced stuff with that one, like checking on the status of my hybrid batteries in my Lexus. Let's see, here's a front end service kit. Oh, that seems nice. $60 for that. Oh, I'd like to get that. So if there's something that I really want to get, what I just go ahead and do is take a screenshot of it and then save it. And then I have the barcode right there. And I just go into my photos when I get up to the register. Boom, go through them all and have them scan them. They just scan them right off my phone here. So you can do the same thing, pause the video or just take a screenshot while I'm on the tool that you want here, save it in your photos. And then you have then that kind of ends up being your shopping list too, because then you can just refer to your photos there. Oh, these are the things that I was going to get. And they're the things that I have coupons for, meaning they're on sale. And then, you know, if you're smart and have more willpower than me, you'd actually stick to that list and not buy other stuff. But I always end up buying other stuff too, but I try and just only buy stuff that's on sale. So here's a new Rapid Ton jack, 110. It's a 3-ton Pittsburgh. $30 off. It's a pretty good deal. There's some jack stands. They're $20 off, so kind of like about 15% or so. Not the best deal, but they don't really do too big of discounts on the jack and jack stands. I think they're already fairly competitively priced. Here's a low profile one. I would like something like that. $40 off. That's a pretty good deal. I do need like a lower profile jack. I could get mine under my Lexus, but it's kind of difficult because it's a bit low. So I would like, if I was going to do it again, I'd get a low profile one, and then I'd get like a big heavy duty truck SUV one, so I could, for my that would be rated and tall enough for my Sprinter van. So kind of, but what I have is like an in-between one, and it's like, I think it's, you know, it doesn't really work well for either. So, but it probably works well for most vehicles. But I happen to have a low vehicle and a really tall vehicle, kind of opposite ends of the spectrum. So, okay, this is curious. I think I'm just gonna get this, $16. It's a little load tester. They do have a better one. But I'm gonna kind of see if I'm wondering if I can use something like this to load test my hybrid batteries. So we'll see. That may be too much though. I'd have to look into it a little bit more. Some magnetic towing lights. Oh, that's cool. Are they 12 volt magnetic? $25. Doing some towing. Those seem pretty nice. I don't have a need for that. There's a jump starter. This is like, it's probably like the lead acid battery inside there, so it's going to be big and heavy. It does have the air compressor, though. That'll help you out of some binds. So, I mean, it's good to have something like this in your car. Some steel loading ramps. Oh my gosh, $5 off. That's not a sale. Here's a modified sine wave power inverter, $5 off. Yeah, they don't really do much on these inverters. The inverters are expensive. It's an expensive device. There's a lot of expensive electronics in there. And for that reason, they price them, they're just on the shelf price is competitive already. So they don't really, I mean, very competitive already, so they don't mark it down all that much. They don't, like what I'm saying is they don't have a big margin on this, I believe. So it's one of their lower margin things because it's already an expensive device and they just want to keep the price down. So you won't see big deals on them. Now, this is modified sine wave. It's not a pure sine wave. If you're running something like a laptop, you're charging it, running it off of that, other sensitive electronics, this isn't going to be good for. You would want a pure sine wave. I don't think they have a pure sine wave generator at all, or inverter. 9,500 capacity, winch, it's a wire rope, $300. I mean, that's a steal. Like, I mean, $300 for a winch. If you don't have one, I should get one. I might need to get a bigger one though, like a 12,000 or something. I'm looking to get one at some point. It's just I'm trying to get more tools, but I do a lot of solo off-roading in my Sprinter van, and it's only two-wheel drive, so my dog isn't gonna help me too much. Actually, I did have him. We were stuck, and I did have him help dig me out. So I was like started digging, and then he started digging around the wheel too. So that was helpful. All right, uh, generators and plumbing. It's weird. Okay, tent stakes. These are just those big cheesy ones. These aren't like camping style ones. These are like party type stuff. $4, 6-pack, pretty cheap. Here's a little AGM battery, mini transfer pump, sewage pump. Oh, now we're into hand tools. Now this is more exciting. Okay, I do have these. I got them for $2.99. They do work. They're okay. I'm putting up a review. I shot a review on these. They did the job and they got it taken care of. And for $3, like if that's all you can afford, or you're not sure if you'll ever need it, I mean, you might as well just pick it up, because at least as some sort of backup. They do have. I would like the really nice Icon ones, but it's like, 100 and something for the big set, or they're much more expensive. But yeah, if you want something nicer, check out the Icon ones. I was gonna upgrade to those at some point, but these are getting me by for now. I haven't had to do too many snap rings, although I had to do 2 the other day, disassembling motors. So it is a common thing for me as an e-bike mechanic. So I'm gonna eventually get some better ones. But this is all I could afford right now, and they're working. Okay, these things are pretty nice. I do prefer the Irwin Vice Grip ones. Irwin has a fast adjust of these. They have a nicer handle, and they're very similar. They're like, both of these are a copy of the Knipex. So if you have the money and want the very best ones, get the Knipex. But if you want a budget one, these are about the same price as the Irwins. Check them out at Lowe's. The Irwin, I can't remember exactly. They say Irwin Vice Grip on them, but they just put the Vice Grip name on everything when it's not even a Vice Grip, because they're just so proud of that. And they got that brand recognition, or that model recognition, really, product line. So the grips on these are just not as nice as the Irwins. And the Irwins look better with the blue and yellow. Fully polished combination wrench set. I don't have this one. I have the raised panel one, and I think I got it for around 18 or $20. I think they're kind of the same price. So you can get this a little bit cheaper sometimes. I think $17.99 is what I got mine for. These are my wrenches. I have the metric and the SAE. They're pretty good about not skipping sizes. It's 14 pieces, so it's a nice big range. Usually on the cheaper sets, it'll be very limited, like 5 or 7 or 10 wrenches only, and it doesn't cover the whole thing. So these are a great set. The price is pretty good, but if you if you look out, you can maybe save another $2. But if you need some, I would go for this at 20% off. Here's some nice Icon sockets here. The Icon is their top of the line, like hand tools, mechanic tools type stuff, wrenches. They have some automotive stuff, but it's mainly like wrenches and sockets, some pliers. I hope they add more pliers. Their pliers are pretty nice. I'd like to see them add more. I really want to get the Icon pliers wrench, which is another Knipex version tool. Right now I have the I have the Irwin Vice Grip ones. Irwin pliers wrench. Check those out at Lowe's. They're awesome. I'll link that down below. They're really sweet, and they're actually cheaper than the Icon ones here over at Harbor Freight, and they're they're pretty awesome. I use them all the time. That's actually my favorite hand tool. Torque limiting extension bar. Never used those before. Here's some longer set, but it's only a 7-piece, which is kind of weird. Very limited. Here's a 10-piece set. 140. You can get cheaper. Lighting and specialty. Got some cable ties. I use these all the time. I get them when they're on sale. So, you know, something like this, 30, 40% off is when I like to stock up. So I'm actually going to get more. I'm getting low on those. We'll grab that. I'm going to screenshot it. Electrical tape. I can't remember if their electrical tape was any good or not. I can't remember. I bought electrical tape at Walmart and at Harbor Freight to try it, and one of them was just absolutely crap. I can't remember which one. So now I'm kind of afraid to buy electrical tape from either one. Yeah, maybe I will give it a second chance. At $4.99, I'll try it. I go through a lot of electrical tape as an e-bike mechanic. Here's some alkaline batteries. I don't ever mess with these. I have no idea how good they are. I just use rechargeable batteries. And I don't really have that much of AA or AAA anymore anyways. Like some ceiling fan remotes. There's a swivel mole. $10? Jeez, that's kind of scary cheap. There's some incandescent outdoor lights. Your choice of color. It's pretty cool. There's a new rechargeable flashlight. $23. Looks nice. It's gun safe. Good deal on that gun safe there. Even bigger one. Wow. There's a little dolly, $10. Let's say that's a pretty good deal. I haven't really seen them too much more than that, about 20% off mark. I was trying to find one at like a 30% off, but I haven't seen it yet. But I only have been looking for a few months. Here's some heavy-duty safety goggles. Those look kind of cool. I wonder how well they will keep up from fogging, though. Maybe I'll try them out. I'll save that. Some mechanics gloves. Maybe I should try a pair of their mechanics gloves. I got a splinter in my finger today working on a bike. I was just opening a package, too, and I don't know how. Something. But then I spent some time pulling out my precision electronics tweezers and then my knife and everything, so I had to dig that out. Here's a wheel, cheap sawhorse. I mean, you can get these like folding ones that fold down even more, collapsible, like the legs fold up, and they're more versatile, some metal ones. I'll link to one on Amazon down below. Step stool. Now I do have this step stool, $20. That's a good deal. Go ahead and get it. It's solid. I like it. Maybe I'll get another one. I have their 2 and 3-step stool from Harbor Freight, and they're both nice. And actually, their single-step Franklin one is awesome. I compared it to the... I haven't put the video up yet, but I did a comparison with that and the Gorilla version at Home Depot, which is more expensive. And the Harbor Freight one was sturdier and cheaper. I got it for $7.99, so now I have a couple of them. Oh, here we go. Here's a good deal. I might get this. Here's a bigger, this is a 30-inch by 18-inch polypropylene 1,000-pound capacity dolly, 28% off. I'm going to grab a couple of those. 2 or 3, probably. Maybe 4. Here's a hard deck. That would be nice. Maybe I should get one of those. Maybe I should get a little variety of them, too. But that's only 10% off. I wouldn't get it at that price. There's a carpet one. Yeah, that solid carpet one would be nice. But 6% off, come on, man. That doesn't move my needle. What was this one, 25? Interesting. There's a hand truck for $90. Kind of just a basic one. Here's outdoor. I've never seen this propane torch before, but I think I need one. I live in Southern California, by the way. I'm not going to be melting my driveway off with it, but I'll probably use it for heating up something to get it loose. Here's a garden hose. I don't have experience with that, but it looks high quality. But it's only 6% off. What? Here's one of the big tarps, silver on one side, black on the other side, which I think is ideal, depending on what you want. $54 is a huge one, 18 by 24 foot. This thing looks pretty nice. 1,200 pound capacity steel utility cart. Yeah. Yeah, that thing would be nice if I just picture myself having like a big garden, moving stuff around, planting. Yeah, be sweet. Okay, I think I want this, although I have to finish the video. I'm in the middle of it. I think I repaired my Husky pressure washer. I went in and put new seals in, so I'll be putting a video up on that. I had to diagnose what was wrong with it. It just wasn't working. So I'll be putting a video up on that. We'll see if I fixed it or not. If I didn't fix it, I might be getting this, although $30 off. So I could get, you could probably get this for $200 if you had the Bauer 20% off, no exclusion. So you could get this for a bit cheaper. But this thing looks nice. This is their like top brushless plug-in one. So I got some of these microfiber cloths. I haven't done a review on them yet, but they're pretty good. I'm digging them. They're not as nice as the nice ones, but I mean, I'm cleaning off like dirty sprockets and things oftentimes, and I want some sort of microfiber. It doesn't have to be like the best, and I can kind of reserve my better ones, which I'm not sure where I got those ones. Probably Amazon. I reserve like my higher quality ones that are softer and deeper in the fibers for working with paint and stuff like that, wiping down the actual frame, where I want to be really careful about scratching it. 6-inch general purpose. I have these Warrior blades. They're not very good. I ended up getting the Hercules one. I was like, I'm just not digging this. So my kind of philosophy now on like saw blades is that I buy the very best. I just buy the Hercules or the Diablo, whatever it is. I don't even mess around with the cheaper blades. Like, I mean, I have a set of the variety pack of these Warriors, and I have them for backup, you know, and if I really need it, but I was just not very happy with them. So all my circular saw blades, reciprocating saw blades, and then I have been buying all the cheap drill bits, like all the Warrior stuff, just because I don't even have it. So until I have at least a set of, you know, spade bits, I'm not going to go for like the higher end spade bits. I'm just going for the basic ones first on the drill bits, and I haven't found it to be as compromising. Like, just if you get a saw blade, then the performance just ends up being really low, and it makes your job more difficult. But drill bits, I found the Cobalt Warrior drill bits, I don't know that my Milwaukee ones are any better. I just really don't. So I should actually do a head-to-head of those. I'll do a video of that if you guys want. Compare the Milwaukee Cobalt and the Warrior. Let's see. I have this thing. I have not used it yet. I got it for, yeah, it's like $30, I think. So, I mean, I think that's a steal for a polisher. I just haven't had a chance to use it yet. Here's a $30. This is a corded jigsaw. I think that's a pretty sweet deal. I did get recently, I can't remember, I got the cordless 20-volt Bauer jigsaw for $30. So I think that was pretty sweet. I was getting I got like a cordless version of all my saws now, pretty much. Here's a Bauer. This is a 12 amp, a little bit higher end polisher sander. At some point, maybe I'd get something like that. I don't know if I need it or not. I do have this abrasive cutoff saw. It's pretty nice. It's basically the same as the Hercules. I really didn't see any difference. I played around with them both in the store. They seem to have like a similar build structure and mechanism. I wanted to make sure that the chopping action of the blade lowering down was nice and smooth. It seemed to be the same on both of them. They both are, say, 15 amp, but then the Hercules says it's 4.3 horsepower, and this says it's 3.8, which doesn't really make sense. And then, you know, I don't know if it does have a better motor or if it has better bearings in there on the Hercules. possibly, but I ended up just going with the Bauer. So, and yeah, that's a good price. I'd go for it if you want one. And what I did is I put the Hercules blade on it. I got the good blade. So that's kind of my thing. Is like I'm okay with like the Bauer uh, circular saw, but I put like the Hercules blade on it. I'd rather have the better blade on the cheaper saw instead of the other way around. I mean, it's just, I mean, I'm on a budget, so I can't afford all the higher end saws. So at least I get the better blade, and then my performance is pretty close to having the other stuff. You just worry about, oh, are the bearings and that kind of stuff. The bearings and the accuracy, how straight this blade is going to spin, is it as good or not? So, I mean, I guess that's something I should be measuring and checking. I can check the run out on the saw and just actually compare, because otherwise it's just guessing. You're like, is this one going to cut as straight as the other one? Who knows? Here we got some flap discs, 40% off. That's pretty cheap. I'm actually going to get some of those. Limit 4. So they have 4 different grits, 36, 60, 80, and 120. I'm going to get all 4 of those. So, yeah, here's, I guess I've been buying, I do like to buy the kind of higher end sandpaper, or at least like the mid-grade. But if I just absolutely don't even have something, a tool, I don't have any flap discs, I'm gonna start with the Warrior. I'll go with that. And then if I find it doesn't work up to my specifications, or wears out too quickly, something like that, then I go with the higher end. So I'm all about like buying the absolute cheapest version of something, and I do that for most things. I'm more about like quantity of tools than quality of tools. I just need to get the job done, and there's so many tools that I need. So, and I'm nowhere near getting all the tools that I need. So, but then on the other hand, like I did want a nice, some things, you just want like the nice one. I went with the Hercules die grinder and the impact wrenches, and they are better than the lower end ones. And I do really like having the higher end, more performing one where I can do my job quicker. It's more reliable. I have the 5-year warranty on the brushless Hercules power tools and like 3 years on the batteries. So for that, sometimes, but it's like if you need the higher end one, you're probably gonna know. So here's this. I have this. I have not used it yet. I got it for $10. If you don't have one, I would say get this. You can get more expensive ones, but like for example, right here, here's the Bauer one for $20. How much better is that? I don't know. Is it twice as good? Probably not. I don't know. If you're doing a lot of stuff, it's 1.1 amp, 1.2 amp, so they're comparable. I mean, worst thing, like try this Warrior, buy it, try it. If it doesn't work, bring it back. You got 90 days to see it. I mean, there's really no risk other than the fact that you'd have to just return it. Just buy the cheaper one, try it. If it doesn't work, then return it and get the Bauer if that's going to help you decide. So, and then you can end up saving yourself a lot of money because you realize you don't need the more expensive one, or you do need it, and then you just swap it out right there. There's a Diamond Turbo Cup wheel. I mean, that looks pretty sweet. I don't have a 7-inch, but I am thinking about getting it. They do have the Hercules 7 and 9-inch angle grinder right now is $100 instead of $125, and that's ending here in a couple days. So if you want that, go ahead and get the big powerful. It's like a 13 or 15 amp. Here, okay, here's a good example. So I do have the Warrior belt sander, and it's really not that powerful. I was pretty disappointed, but I ended up keeping it anyways, just because, I don't know, I wanted at least one. So I decided to keep it, but I would like to get something like this Bauer one, or I think it's new. They have a new Bauer cordless one. I think I'd want to get either one of those. And then I just have that cheap one, and I keep that, that's my backup. So I work with my tools professionally. That's how I make a living. So if I needed the belt sander, I'm using that for a job, and it goes down, I can just grab the other one, the cheap one there, the backup. So it's also not a bad idea to start out with the cheap one, because then you can just have it as your backup. Man, I'm doing a lot of ranting today. There's not much coupon review and more ranting. All right. Here's a drop cloth, $12.99. It's a mini tire changer. The thing looks pretty cool. I'd get one of those. I have the big one. I have not had to use it to change a tire, but I did get the big one, so I could just buy my own tires and mount them. I want to get some off-road tires for my van, but I have to spend all Harbor Freight takes all my money, though. There's no... If Harbor Freight sold off-road tires for Sprinter vans, then I'd probably have a set, because I would have bought them by now. But unfortunately, all my money goes to Harbor Freight tools, so just need those tools. Chain hoist, cool. All right, I want this. I saw it. It was just too expensive, though, at $80. You got, what, is that 3 drawers on it? And then the little side tray. This picture makes it only, it's hard to tell. The picture kind of makes it look like there's only 2 drawers. It's hiding that one on the bottom. Looks like there's 3 drawers, little trays. The back has tool holder holes. Oh my God. I'm absolutely getting this. I got the cheap little mechanics stool that just has the tray underneath it. It's just one big tray, and I'm absolutely loving it. I have that tray all filled up with all my common tools. I've got, you know, my wrenches and pliers, needle nose, nippers, some cable ties, Allen keys, all the like commonly used stuff. So if I'm working on a bike and I need a tool and it's not on that that's my dog's toy, and it's not on it's not on that little cart underneath me, I go ahead and grab it, and then I leave it there when I'm done. So that thing's super awesome. But look at this. It's got the trays and the holders. I'm totally scoring this. This is going to make my work just that much more efficient to have a rolling little toolbox. I think I'm actually going to get, oh, it says only 1. Well, I'll have to come back on different days. I think I'm going to get 2 so I can have one in my van with me, and then just when I do a job, just set that thing down on the ground and then scoot around over to the bike. I'll probably have to put bigger casters on it because I'm working on the cement on the ground usually, or with like a moving blanket down. I have the huge Harbor Freight moving blankets. That's like my work area. I just lay that, I open up my Sprinter doors, the back, lay that blanket down, put the bike on that, work on it in that area. Then I can just, I'm in my little contained area, and I'm not laying on the ground. If I have to, I'm laying on my blanket at least. So keeps my, it's like I make a little shop area for myself instead of working on the actual street. Here's a premium creeper. So this one's, I guess, rated higher than the other one, the Pittsburgh. My friend broke the Pittsburgh one because he's over the weight limit, I guess. But they're much cheaper. This is like a plastic molded thing. I think I'm going to get the Daytona one with the adjustable headrest. That's, I think, $64 in metal. So, yeah. Don't know about that one. All right, this is something I might get. I have 2 shop vacs. One I found on the road, and then one little one that's not that powerful. I do want, like, the biggest, most powerful vacuum that I can have. This is one of those situations where I know I want the biggest, most powerful one. Because when I'm vacuuming out my car, the floorboards and all that stuff, this is one of the things I'm going to use this for. I want the most powerful thing, because the ones that aren't powerful, they just can't get that dirt and grime and little bits of stuff that's deep down into the carpet. You need like the super powerful one. That's why you go to the, you know, the car wash, because they have a super powerful one, and it makes it just really quick and easy. You save a lot of time by having the good one here. So that's something I'm going to get. I'll have to see if I can fix this one that's broken, and then actually both of them are kind of just not very good. So I might get it. I did just get the Bauer cordless 20 volt, so I'm going to do a review of that. I haven't unboxed it yet, but they have a cordless little one, and that thing's awesome. And this would be nice to compare to that. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do a comparison. Well, surely I'll do a comparison if I get them. Here's an engine stand. I would love this shop press, but the space that it takes up, the floor print, it's really hard for me to get something that takes up floor space. I have lots of bench top, desktop tools. This would be really nice. Something like this would be extra handy. It's pretty expensive though, and I get it. You know, it's 1,000 pounds. It's hydraulic. At some point, I'd like to get one of these just to be able to lower it up and down, get it right up to the deck height of my van or whatever it is you're moving around. It'd be nice. All right, storage. All right, when I was starting out as a mechanic, I just bought one of these or a couple of these on sale. And I had all my little tools in there. You know, I spent like $5 on it. Oh wait, not that one. The one with more pockets. I think they have it on here though. This is just 3 pockets. That one's not very good. I don't know about that one. I need more pockets. Here's a little waterproof case. Here's a big tool bag for like bigger stuff. Oh, that's a good price. $169, $50 off the 4 drawer. There is also the 5 drawer. I can't remember, but that's going to be more like $220 for the 5 drawer. So this gets you close to the versatility and usability. I definitely recommend something like this over the single drawer. I have the single drawer. I got it for 90 or $100. But with only the 1 drawer, you can hardly put anything in that 1 drawer. And then there's space up top and space below, but it's just, I haven't found it all that useful. In the lower space, I've been putting like my kit things. I have, you know, various diagnostic auto tools that are in big plastic kits. So I've been trying to make it into my mobile auto repair cart, but it's hard for me to even have the tools that I need to do. I would really need something more like this 5 or 4 drawer right here. Would be pretty nice. All right, welding and machinery. Here's a helmet. This low profile drill press vise looks pretty nice. I'd like that. I think I'll get that. Maybe. I have the Bauer version of this. I mean, not that they're the same thing, but they're both disc sander, belt sander, 4x36 belt, 6-inch disc. It's pretty nice. This one's more budget than the Bauer, and I don't know that I'd want to spend less. So I'd actually have to see how these compare. I don't know. But there's a Bauer one for a couple bucks more. It's a very cheap. Well, they're $90. I might get something like that just to mess around with. Just a little. There it is. $100. There's the Bauer version. That's the one I have. That one's nice. I like that one. I do recommend it. I can't remember if I've done a review of it yet. I know I filmed stuff, but I haven't put it up yet. There's a plasma cutter, and that's everything. All right, so there you go. Check out my channel for more reviews. I have all sorts of how-to repairs, stuff around the house, appliances, cars, trucks, motorcycles, e-bikes, bikes, and then just projects, landscaping, whatever, fence, all that good stuff. Check it out. Lots of tool reviews, though, and buyer's guides as far as tool deals. All right, see you in the next one.